Forgive me, but let me be a little bit robust with you. We already have a number of forums where people have the opportunity to exchange views. All of the delegates attending this event will have a carbon footprint. Why do we need another forum when, quite frankly, on most issues at the moment, we don't seem to be able to find a bridge to an agreement, whether it's climate, whether it's Ukraine, Russia, whether it's energy prices? What's the value of another forum like this, which is ultimately only going to increase the amount of carbon in the atmosphere?
I'm on your side on this. I'm on your side, and the innovation of the Paris Peace Forum is not to do this with big conferences. This is to do this with civil society organizations, big multinational corporations, big cities, major academic institutions who have a capacity to get things done which these big new or old structures do not have. So we are on the side of not the big conference, but people who come with a willingness to do things. And by the way, this is what has happened for the last 5 years. We have created a coalition to surround Antarctica with marine protected areas. We have created a coalition on defending children's rights on internet. This is working because it's not based on state discussing with states, but ground actors creating impact that shows very rapidly.
Pascal, good morning to you from me as well. Let me look at it from a different point of view from my colleagues. There is an accusation and a concern that the liberal democracies of the West have withdrawn from many parts of the world, have ceded a space and created a vacuum which has been willingly filled by authoritarian regimes, whether it be China, whether it be Russia or another. Is this part of a process of actually the liberal democracies coming back and saying we have a role for the South, we have a role for the developing world as well, and actually there is an alternative to taking an authoritarian path?
I agree with you. Our view in the Paris Peace Forum is that the divisions of this world are not between the West and the rest. They are not between democracies and autocracies, although political values matter. They are about concrete things that need to be solved. We are working, for instance, on creating a number of solutions for a more global governance of digital ecosystems, which for the moment are fracturing, and notably between the US and China. We are working on a sort of code of conduct so that critical materials which we need to decarbonize our economies are not a big fight between those who have and those who do not have these critical materials, plus the environmental problems it creates to mine these critical materials for the future. So we are on concrete things that will help these divisions to narrow. For instance, with science. And science is an area where maybe geopolitics have not yet fractured this planet. For instance, in creating a digital twin of the ocean, which we need to fight against climate change.